Hello and welcome to Friday's edition of Channel Sport This Morning. I'm Tayo Salam.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Morgwe. All right, we'll get started with the program. And of course, today we will be talking about the business angle of Nigeria Professional Football League. Some clubs will be listed in the Nigeria's stock exchange, the likes of Canopilas, Enyimba, Rangers International, MFM, Wiki Tourist, Gombe, Academy Warriors. I know it's a shock to everyone, but then this is going to happen with the LMC.
Yeah, I mean, Cecilia, football is big business all over the world, and we'll be looking at how Nigerian club sides can get their money up, on the show today.
Yeah, in the stock market especially. Answer the program, Rangers International and Zesco will be locking hands this weekend. For Rangers, they are at the bottom of Nigerian Professional Football League, but then they have the Continental Cup to actually contest in, and how far they go here might just be what will determine the job of Imama Amakakbabo.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out. Cecilia, Rangers obviously have to forget about their league struggles and focus and try to get a very commanding result in this match against the Zambians, and that's on Sunday. It's very important Rangers, get a very commanding lead to take back to Zambia.
If possible.
I'm not going to go into the scoreline predictions here, Cecilia. Okay, let's move on the show now. And in golf, the year's first major is already underway at Augusta without world number one Dustin Johnson, who's been forced to pull out after suffering a back injury on the eve of the event. Cecilia, yesterday was doubtful. Today is definitely out. No DJ. Pre-tournament favorites, world number one, the most informed golfer in the world, is out of the Augusta Masters. What a shame.
Yeah, the hottest guy on tour.
What a shame.
After 3 times. I mean, there's some accident that actually happened to you. You wouldn't know it's going to happen.
Freak.
It happened anyway. It was a freak accident. I mean, he explained the fact that he was coming down the staircase, going in and all that. But then it just happened. But the thing is, American favorite fancy to actually win the Masters. He is not in Augusta. He withdrew just a few hours to. I mean, he actually came on. He actually came on course. He tried. He trained and all that. He had a warm up. They found him up and everything. But then when the tee off started, he just couldn't. He walked into the clubhouse. He came out and he announced that he can't continue.
Oh, what a shame. I mean, it's a big shame for fans all around the world as well. The fans at Augusta that were looking forward to watching Dustin Johnson. It's a big shame for the betting guys out there as well, too, because apparently a lot of money was put on Dustin Johnson to win the Augusta Masters. But that's no longer the case now. They've lost their money, apparently, because they don't get that money back, right?
At all. Yeah. And the fact that, when he came, he was in discomfort. He was unable to bend over, leaving his caddy to even tee up. His ball.
So it was mentioned it yesterday as well, too. I mean, it's the back injury. So, I mean, how do you swing properly when your back is sore? And, it's just a very complicated problem that it couldn't just, it was too close to the event. Like I said, it happened on the eve of the Augusta Masters. It was too close, and it couldn't just, recover in time for that particular event. And it's a big shame. Massive one. I was really looking forward to seeing how he performed as world number one. Would have been his first as a it would have been his his first Masters as world number one. Exactly. Yeah. I was looking forward to see how I was going to deal with the pressure, but it wasn't meant to be. World number one Dustin Johnson out of the Augusta Masters. Let's listen. Let's take his reactions on this particular matter.
I want to play, more than anything. But, just sitting there on the putting green, I'm trying to, obviously I made a few swings over there on the putting green. I mean, I just can't swing the club. Tatum was on the way home from daycare, and it was pouring down rain. And so I was going to go move the car. I was just wearing my socks, so I walked and I just slept as I was going down the stairs.
Okay, welcome back. That was Dustin Johnson, world number one, explaining how he got that injury on the eve of the Augusta Masters. But the show has to go on. No Dustin Johnson, but the Augusta Masters teed off anyways. And we have a leader, a very surprising leader, not totally surprising, Charlie Hoffman, Cecilia. He was incredible on the day. I mean, he has a 4-shot lead now. I know it's still early.
Yeah, very early.
But what a performance from Charlie Hoffman, who defied brutal conditions to fire a stunning 65 and earn a 4-shot lead on the opening day of the 81st Masters. Cecilia, only 11 players of the 93 who started managed to break par because of the winds reaching as high as 40 miles per hour. So it's going to be very difficult for a lot of these golfers. We've seen the forecast. The weather will play a major role at the Augusta Masters. There's no doubt about it. But it's very interesting to see the players that are capable of dealing with the particular situation. So Hoffman is the man to beat right now. Opening round of the day, Charlie Hoffman is on top of the leaderboard.
Lee Westwood is third on 2 under. You also have one ahead of Englishman Justin Rose, Andy Sullivan, and Matt Fitzpatrick. I think Fitzpatrick actually started so well, but then somehow, I don't know how Hoffman was able to do it, but then you talked about the fact that they had to take advantage of the weather. You know, we talked about experience the other time. He's 40 and he's been to the Masters about 3 times now. So at the end of the day, it's going to be those who are used to that kind of weather will be able to actually weather this storm. But this man, Rory McIlroy, you know, he's not having a good day at all.
Nah, I mean, we'll get back to see Rory. I mean, he had a very poor start, but he made up for it towards the end of his towards the end of the day. But that's still not good enough because it's way down on the leaderboard. That's Rory McIlroy, way down. I'm trying to get his tie for 12th after the opening round at the Augusta Masters. So he has his work cut out, no doubt. I know he's very desperate to win this event. He hasn't won it before. He hasn't won the green jacket. So, but as it is right now, it's not looking very good for him. But you can't rule him out just yet. I was talking about the leaderboard earlier, Cecilia, and we have so surprising names. 10, the top 10 basically. Charlie Hoffman, like we said, is on top with a 4-shot lead, followed by William Magitt. Runner-up last year, Lee Westwood. Still in contention. He's third. Russell Henley. We talked about Russell Henley won the Houston Open just a few days ago.
And that's why I was able to get into
Exactly. He's fourth. You have Kevin Chappell, Andy Sullivan, you have Matthew Fitzpatrick, Cecilia, like you mentioned. You have Phil Mickelson tied for 4th as well, too. So, golden oldie, Phil Mickelson still in contention. Let's see if he can add to his 3 green jacket. Justin Rose, is tied for 4th as well, too. And let's take a look at the selected orders. Cecilia, tied for 12th, you have Rory McIlroy. Tied for 19, you have Danny Willett. Then tied for 26, defending champion. Tied for 26, you have Jason Day. Tied for 41, you have Adam Scott, and you have Jordan Spieth as well, to tied for 41. Jordan Spieth, not the round, to remember at all.
And that's why most of them have been reacting to the opening round of the Masters, from Rory McIlroy to the guy who is leading Hoffman. Of course, Jordan Spieth is not having a nice time at all.
Feed off that the rest of the week. Today, you sort of go with it. There wasn't I wouldn't say a ton of pressure today. You're just trying to make ends meet. Really, you just want to start hitting the fairway so you can hit the green, then have the ability to make the putt. And obviously, going to be sleeping on the lead at a major championship here at Augusta National is not going to be the easiest thing, and I look forward to it, and I look forward to the challenge in the next 3 days.
I'm really happy with how I finished. As you said, I was getting frustrated on the front 9, and I really needed to dig deep. I made 3 really key up and downs on 10, 11, and 12 just to stay at 3 over par. And then I knew there was a couple of chances coming up, 13 and 15, and it was a bonus to make it 2 on 16 as well. So to shoot even par after the start, I'm really pleased with.
3 over par around the front 9. I wasn't playing great, but I wasn't doing too much wrong. I 3-put the first, and I missed a couple of short ones on 9 and 7. But that's the way it goes. That's what happens. So I was just trying to be patient, not make any mistakes on 10, 11, 12, and play my way out of the tournament, and just wait for things to happen, which they did. I rolled a nice one in from about 18 feet on 13, and then just did good shots all the way in.
You know that you can't predict everything perfectly out here. You need to just make as smart as decisions as you can and trust it. And you've got to know that it's not always going to go your way out there. So I shook off the bogeys well today, I felt, and kind of I guess that sort of showcased itself on the 18th, birding the last after 2 bogeys, which was a nice way to finish. You know, like I said, over the last few weeks, few months, we've just been trying to get the game into a position where we feel like we can compete again, and we're not far off, but there's just a couple of shots in there that aren't quite working out. So, but you know, like I said, it's a great place to be. It's, even in a tricky day like today, and even if we'd have shot 80, it's still, you know, to walk around here with everyone here, it's, you know, it's still a special place.
You know, I'm in a position that I'm still in the tournament. It could have got out of hand there. I could have let it get out of hand on the last 3 holes and not have a chance anymore. And just like we normally do, we fought back hard and we finished strong, and I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, he's proud of his performance, but then he actually needs to step up. Well, it's just the opening round. Sunday, we'll definitely know who is going to rule the Masters. Now, from the spectators who came in to watch, you know, before, you know, after the first day, that some of them were disappointed, didn't get to see, you know, the players warming up and all that in the third part, but then the par 3 contest. Yeah. But then, when they came in yesterday, at least they were able to watch most of the players warming up and all that. They felt okay. When most of them saw Jason Day, Dustin Johnson, they felt he was going to tee up.
They're going to be excited.
They're going to be excited about that. But then not knowing that was going to pull out. But they've been giving their verdict, and the fact that one of the to-do lists in your lifetime is to actually be at the Augusta National.
Yeah, I mean, Cecilia, it's arguably the best major.
It's not arguably.
It is the best major.
There's
some people want to argue, they might say the British Open and all that, but it is, you know, definitely the best, the most prestigious major out there, and the fans always turn out, and they've been breaking records in terms of revenues as well, too, when it comes to merchandising as well, too. So the fans are always coming out en masse to watch the golfers. So it's not a surprise at all. And interestingly, they've been having their say on who's likely to win the Augusta Masters.
Some are using sentiment, someone rooting for all the English guys. Someone said, okay, Rory McIlroy needs to step up now. And someone who said, okay, I love Dustin Johnson, but then Rory or maybe Leigh Westwood just need to win it. We'll listen to all of them now.
This is my 23rd year, and it's just amazing. My favorite week of the year. Come in, there's just nothing like it. It's just unbelievable. The people, the golf, just unbelievable. Amazingness. DJ's my favorite, but my money's on Rory this week because of the wind. Yeah, I think with the wind, Rory's got it with the wind.
Oh, it's a bucket list, isn't it? You have to go to the Masters. I've been to the English Open many times now, and it's a got to do at least once in your life. So there we go. Please keep the weather good today. Well, I'm going to follow Dustin Rose. I think he's due to have a success here, so we'll see. I quite like. I'm sorry, but I'm going to go with the English players and just see who we can find the quickest now. Now we're here.
We've come from England because it's a tournament that if you can go and visit it once in your life, it's such a privilege to come over here. Fantastic place at the start of the golfing season. It's just something you've got to do in your lifetime. From an English point of view, I think Tyrrell Hatton might surprise a few on his first Masters appearance, but I think Phil Mickelson might just surprise a few people this weekend.
Ricky, I think he's been working hard and he's ready to take a Masters.